Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continually teach us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in his word and truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this could be an edifying video. It's going to be a quick video. Okay, as you see, I got this video Apostle Tahar put up, which is a video of a video Elder Malcolm had did, which I seen a video Elder Malcolm did. And, I was just thinking, of a video to do. And, I thought of this video again. Okay, because there will be sedition. And that's what I'm going to go into in this video. There will be sedition. Okay, which, let's go ahead and get the definition of the word sedition. It means to conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. So, people, which after that whole incident with the chick getting gunned down by the ICE agent, you had Edomites, burning the flag, out there pretty much, committing sedition, speaking against the government, speaking against the policies. And, it's only going to intensify because people's backs are going to get pushed against the wall, man. And they're going to fight back. And ultimately, that's what they want, the elites, because they want to bring order through chaos. Okay, their NWO, they want to make it seem like they're justified in bringing in foreign soldiers and more military, more ICE agents. Okay, to the point where they can put people in concentration camps and tell you have to take that MOTB. Okay, the elites are already in motion with their agenda. Okay, they know it's going to be resistance, they know it's going to be a lot of death, but that's a part of the agenda as well. Okay, the Georgia Guidestones got destroyed a few years ago. Okay, and on those stones it said they want to cut the population down to 500 million. But let's go ahead and play this video. All right, we'll grab some scriptures.
So he knows something about third world countries. And one thing is true. Whenever military is your police force, you're in a third world country. ICE is a military force. So think about that for a moment.
Right? You know how I know we're a third world country? Because in third world countries, they have the military doing their police work in the cities when you walk around. I was in the Philippines the day Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law and went under dictatorship. We went from nobody to a guy with a machine gun on every corner. That's what happens in a dictatorship. In comes the military. That's what's happening here.
Yep, because Trump is, he's pretty much setting himself to be a dictator. He said, I don't need international law. And, pretty much he can do whatever he wants. He's doing his own thing. Now he's talking about taking Greenland and, there's going to be, he was saying they can do it the easy way or the hard way. He said they should look at what they did to Maduro and, pretty much they're about to go and take it, and NATO is preparing to defend it. So all kind of division is in NATO, man. Okay, it's a lot going on right now. All right, fuck that nigga Boosie, but it's a lot going on, man. And Trump definitely is, a dictator. The ICE is his military, and he invested in a big beautiful bill. I said at camp yesterday, 500 billion. I thought I seen that number when the reports was first coming out, but I asked ChatGPT, and he actually invested 100 billion. which is about 9 billion a year. No, not 9 billion a year. It said until I have to go back and look at it, but it did say 100 billion he invested into ICE. Why? Because he plans on, making them more, stretched out, so to say, throughout these different states. He's also sending the National Guard, these different soldiers. And also there will be foreign soldiers when they fully declare martial law, man. Okay? So this is definitely becoming a dictatorship, and this guy's on point. But let's play some more.
And people better wake up to it. You want to read something? Then read your history of Germany and start comparing the tactics of what happened in 1930s Germany to what's happening here. Read history. You learn from history. Anytime you have the loss of life that needlessly happens, that's tragedy. And what occurred yesterday did not have to happen.
So, you could check out the video Elder Malcolm did. But I'm going to go ahead and grab this because, people are going to revolt, rebel, and you got Edomites in the spirit of, we need to take our country back, and it's just a lot of division, man. You got Edomites pointing the finger at Jake. Jake is to blame, and racial tension is at an all-time high, and these Edomites can see that their government is ruled by the tiny tops, So a lot of these Edomites, man, they ready to snap, man. They ready to take their country back because they can see that it's being ran by a foreign entity, man. All right, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, woe meaning destruction. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and the ultimate sword is the nuclear missiles. Okay? And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. The modern day sword is the gun. Okay? We ain't in the ancient world where men wore swords. The modern day sword would be a gun. Okay? So this is civil unrest. It's getting ready to get violent, man. People gonna start shooting back. It's videos of ICE agents pulling guns on women. This one video, this ICE agent pointed a gun in this woman's face. Because you women, man, you just completely just buck wild. No wisdom. You feel like you above the law. You feel like that you don't have to deal with consequences of your actions. So a lot of you just gonna get caught out there. You're gonna get done like old girl did. All right, but this is civil unrest, and that's fastly coming, man. All right, it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. You see that? So there's going to be more sedition, more Edomites doing speeches and inciting rebellion. And I won't be shocked if a lot of them are agents. Because once again, this is what these devils want. They want chaos. So that what? They can set up their NWO through the chaos. It says on the back of the dollar bill, Novos Ordo Seclorum, man. Okay? Pretty much meaning new order, new world order. Where they want everybody to have the micro C-hip, which is the mark of the BEAST. Okay? And, we're heading fastly down the path of war and the collapse of the dollar. So the famine of the word is coming. A lot of things are about to play out because these devils don't want us speaking on the MOTB. They don't want. That's why we say MOTB. We got to talk in code for certain things because they'll take down the videos. But it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So people gonna lose it, man. They're not gonna give a damn about the government, and I was speaking with this Edomite at my old job, and he was pretty much giving me the whole rundown on the history on, the Constitution and how pretty much the government's supposed to represent the people, but the government only represents the elite. Okay, they do what they're told to do. They don't give a damn about you people. Okay? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because there's going to be military, okay, throughout different cities in the different states. And they're going to be going in people's homes, grabbing them. Okay, if you try to leave, they're going to get you. You won't be able to get on the plane. You won't be able to just, leave the state. You're going to be stuck, man. And I always think about this dream that my ex had, where she told me that they were like walking on a highway and there was military all around them. It was like Humvees and military soldiers, and pretty much they had people in a line walking, and they had guns, man. So, Trump been doing that, moving, it's been videos of trains with, tanks. They've already been preparing for this, man, buying a bunch of guillotines. Years ago, reports came out they were getting all these guillotines. Everything is getting ready. All right, Trump already gave ICE the green light to use lethal force. Believe that came out sometime last year. Okay, so it's a lot going on, man, and it's going to lead to sedition and civil unrest. That's exactly what's coming. And the Lord is putting the spirit on these soldiers to, pretty much they're tired of the disobedience. They're tired of people getting in their face with the camera. They're tired of people following them, honking the horn. I just seen a video on that. This Edomite bitch following ICE agents around, honking the horn at them. And he warned her, like, look, you need to stop. And she had a proud smirk on her face. So these soldiers, they're getting tired of, the disrespect and the disobedience, man. They're on edge. And a lot of them, they trigger hungry. And that's going to lead to this. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Insurrection means a violent uprising. However this devil is going to demonize us and paint us as the victim. Well, it's like you're not the victim, the villain. People gonna turn on us, man. Hey, we're gonna be wanted, man. We're gonna be, most likely, Esau might put money on our head. So we're gonna have to be on the move. It's another dream that my ex had where it was a lot of money on my head. And everywhere, she said everywhere we went, people was like, there he go, that's him. Reading on, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So these soldiers, they're going to have a spirit of death on them. Okay? You ain't going to be able to get in their face with the phone camera. You ain't going to be able to just yell and you know what I mean? They're going to start emptying the clip on people. Because we in a time where everybody's on edge. And it's only going to lead to violence in the streets. So, just a quick video. Lord willing, it was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom.